wheel wobble is bad.
Alright guys, welcome to a new video on the Honda 400EX. As you guys know, last video we almost hit that deer in the path. That was pretty exciting. Practiced a couple wheelies on it, and we were trying to figure out the wobble on the front end, but we have not done that yet. As you know, it just wobbles like crazy. Bunch of comments said that the tires should not be 18 psi, that they should be around 4 or 5 psi. So maybe that's causing some wheel wobble. But yeah, we're gonna deflate the tires a little bit down to 4 and 5 psi and see if that helps. Also, people in the comment section were saying wheel bearings. As you guys know, we checked the wheel bearing over here and it seemed to be pretty good, but there might be a little play in there. I know we tried repacking it, but it didn't really do much. And maybe the other side's bad too. So that could potentially be the reason it's wobbling. We're going to jack it up and just kind of move everything around, see what's moving. It's kind of hard to tell if it's on the ground. So let's jack it up, try to figure this problem out, and go from there. But what we're going to be doing today is probably figuring that out. I'd like to practice some wheelies on it some more and get good at those, and then possibly take it for a top speed run if we have time, if we can fix this problem, which we might not be able to if we have to order wheel bearings. But yeah, so this thing's been completely gone through for the new subscribers. We put a new top end in it, new piston, Pro X we went with, and then rings. We did 2 oil changes on it, one before the engine break-in, and then one after. So it's got brand new oil, brand new oil filter. Everything's been gone through. I do have a new seat cover coming for it. I had one person on Instagram message me offering to sell his red seat cover. That's the original Honda, and it's very tempting, but I had already purchased the other one that's red and black, so we'll see what that one looks like before we put that one on there. But that should be here within the week, so we can install the seat cover. I know that was bothering a lot of people, and I think that's pretty much it. So let's dig into the front end and see why the wheel wobble's there. Alright guys, so first thing we're going to do is drain the tires down to about 4 psi, somewhere around there. Right there, that's about 7 psi. My reading only goes up to 10, so it was almost hitting 10, so. Alright, let's just check the back ones here quick. Again, just to make sure they're at a low psi. Yeah, and those were both around 5 to 7 psi. So everything should be the same now. We'll take it for a little test drive. Another very popular comment was that the tires were on backwards in the front. A lot of people thinking that they would have to be going this way instead of this way. And if you actually look at the side of the tire, rotation says it should be going this way. So the tires are on correctly. Rotation going that way, and then rotation going this way. So the front tires are on correctly. Let's check the back ones here quick. Just trying to rule out everything before we have to take apart the front end of the quad. So yeah, everything looks, yeah, so the front ones are good to go. The back ones don't have, oh yeah, right here, rotation. Yep, arrows pointing that way. I think that's the rotation right there. Or maybe it doesn't matter, I'm not sure. But the front ones are good to go. This is what would be causing the wheel wobble. All right, let's take it for a ride, see if that fixes the problem. Man, this thing runs so good. And it was fairly easy to rebuild, the top end at least. So if you guys are new to rebuilding 4-strokes like I am, and you're kind of intimidated like I was, if you just take your time and follow the instructions, it's really not that bad. Basically it's just taking off the valves, the cam, making sure the timing's correct when you put it back together, and that's basically it. Alright guys, let's see if the wheel wobble's gone. My expectations for this, low. I do not think this is going to work. We'll try it out. If it's not, we're going to check the bearings again, make sure those are all good, and then try it again. But I just wanted to update you guys on the little bracket right here that I welded. Look at that holding up. With all those wheelies and everything we were doing. Look at that. That MIG flux core welder. Working out pretty good. But yeah, let's take it for a test drive. She's already warmed up. See what happens here. Woo! The wheel wobble is bad. I think somehow the wheel wobble got worse here. Oh. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Alright, so wheel wobble got worse when you deflate the tires. That is interesting. Alright guys, just got done taking it for a little test drive, and the wheel wobble actually got worse. So that's not good. Yeah, we're gonna have to take off the wheels and see what's going on. I think we should jack it up first and just see what's moving. Alright guys, it's all jacked up. So this is where I need your help. I've never redone any of this stuff in here, A-arms or anything like this. I've only done wheel bearings, and that's basically it. So I haven't replaced shocks before or anything like that. So I'm new to all this, so I'd appreciate the help in the comment section. So this is what it looks like. I mean, there's not a whole lot of play. This is the amount of play on the wheel. As you can see, it's not a whole lot. There's a little bit though, you can see. But I don't think that would be enough to do the wheel wobble. A-arm, no play. It's gotta be the bearings, right? check this one. This one feels tight. Oh, there's a little slop in there. I'm guessing it's the wheel bearings. It's gotta be. Leave a comment down below. What do you guys think it is? I'll go through everything right now and move everything for you guys. There's probably like 2 millimeters of slop in that wheel right there. I think it's the wheel bearing. Check it. So I don't know if that could be causing it or what. And then check this one. Put it straight on so you guys can see. That one has a bit more play than the other one. All right, let's see if it's straight here. See if the steering's straight, the alignment's good. Looks pretty straight on to me. Does that look straight to you guys? No, it's probably hard to tell in the video, but looks pretty dang good. I mean, that's pretty much spot on. Alright, let's just check for anything bent. I don't think there is anything bent in here. Oh, this guy's bent. I wonder if that's causing the problem. Can we bend that back? I bet. Look, that guy's bent right there. And the other one is not bent. I don't know if that would make that much of a difference, though. Leave a comment down below. Would that make a huge difference? See, this one's nice and tight. This one's a little bit loose. See that? Get a little WD-40 going on. Might have to get the big boy out to get those off. Alright, let's see if this thing can take it off. Alright, we got the green handlebars out. Hopefully this thing works. Whew, after about 30 minutes of pounding, finally got it to budge. Pounded on a 16 millimeter. Cranking this guy off of here now. Alright, now we have access to everything in here. Bearings feel pretty tight. I don't think those bearings are bad. Now we have access to a tie rod right here. You can see it's bent in pretty good. So what we can do is take this off, bend it back, reinstall it, and see if that fixes the wheel wobble. See if the tie rod and bolt can come out of here. Alright, we got the bent tie rod out. Getting pretty good. A little bit of a bend in there yet. We'll keep working at it. Alright. That's as close as we could get it to being straight. I mean, that's pretty straight. There's a tiny, tiny, tiny bend in it, but it's a lot better than it was. We're gonna quick check and see what the bearings look like now. Alright guys, tie rod's back on. And now when you try to move it, it doesn't move at all. So that's nice and tight, just like this one over here. So maybe that will do the trick. Alright guys, so it looks like this was all greased up really nicely. Go over here and check out the bearings here. Take these little guys out. We're going to take those seals off. And we'll check the bearings here. Alright guys, so it looks like the bearings are pretty much toast. You can feel them. See how it's like kind of crunchy in there. It's like they like don't move completely. They're like hard to turn. And this one's the same way. You can kind of hear the bearings in there. They should be extremely smooth. So yeah, we're gonna order up some new bearings for it as well, and that should take care of the problem. I'm guessing the other side of the quad has the same issue. I'm guessing these bearings are the same way. What we can do for the meantime, while we're waiting on the parts to come, is what we can do is just fill those guys with some grease, repack those, and then that will, and then we can still ride it like that for the time being. So we'll put it back on, repack those bearings. Alright, so between the new bearings and the tie rod, we shouldn't have any wheel wobble. What we're going to do to confirm that it's probably the bearings is take it for a ride with the unbent tie rod now and see if the wheel wobble is still there. If it's not, we know it's that. If we get new bearings and we put it in and the bearings fix it, we know it was the bearings. Alright, first ride with the non-bent tie rod. Let's see if that fixes anything here. And then I greased up that bearing over there too, so that should be all good to go. Probably gonna have to get some new bearings for it at some point, but for right now we should be fine. Let's see if it starts up. Alright, let this guy warm up for a little bit. Moment of truth here. Hopefully that fixes it. That would be awesome. That'd be really good. And then we can just get some new bearings for it, and then the seat cover, I think will look mint. see the tires are wobbly when you're riding it. That sucks. Bending back the tie rod didn't help at all. Yeah, I really don't know what this could be. It's gotta be the bearings. Just, it has to be. So we'll get some new bearings for it. We should be good to go. Getting better. Alright guys, just got back from the second ride in this thing. The death wobble, wheel wobble is still there, unfortunately. Fixing the tie rod right here didn't help too much. We bent that back and for some reason it's still wobbly in here. So it's either the bearings, which the bearings were kind of bad, but they weren't that bad, so you wouldn't expect it to be that wobbly, or I really don't know, maybe the tires, the way the tread is, I'm not really sure, but it's got some bad wheel wobble. We tried deflating the tires, didn't help. That actually made it worse, so I'm pretty stumped here. So if you guys can comment down below what you guys think it is, let me know. It'd be a huge help. I'm going to order the bearings right away, just so we have those for next video, and then we can probably install the seat next video, and then I'm probably going to dedicate a whole video to doing wheelies on this thing. I just really want to get good at those. Right now I can ride them for about maybe 20 feet, and I'd like to go the whole length of the lawn here, so that will be the goal. Anyway guys, it's still running really good, hasn't blown up yet, doesn't leak anything on the motor at all. It's been perfect. So fingers crossed that stays that way. If you guys want motorcycle, ATV, or scooter parts, check out lap2.com. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Until next time, we are out.